on, everyone? I am Jabby Kaway, joined by Achara Kirk.
What's up?
We are continuing on our adventure with Avatar, The Last Airbender, the live-action adaptation by Netflix. Thanks so much for coming back and joining us again. This is episode 4. If you're watching with us on YouTube, you're seeing a cut-down version of our reaction. We can only show a limited amount of picture-in-picture, but if you want to watch the whole thing with us without any cuts or interruptions, I got it so excited. Then head over to our Patreon page or become a member of this channel. You'll just need your own Netflix subscription so you can open up each episode side by side with our reaction. We give you a 3, 2, 1 countdown sync, and it's like you're watching it with 2 of your favorite buddies from the internet. If you're watching with us on Patreon or memberships already, thanks so much for supporting us here. If you're watching with us on YouTube, hit the subscribe button, bell icon, all notifications. Vote this up, let YouTube know you're enjoying what you're watching. I said it all. All. Here we go, episode 4.
Hello?
Hi. Hi.
There's been a mistake. The fires weren't my fault.
Save your voice. Earth Kingdom soldiers aren't particularly tolerant, even under the best of circumstances.
Oh, hello, Uncle Iroh.
General Iroh
It's good to see you, young Avatar.
and Zuko. They captured him too.
With any luck, he's probably halfway back to his ship by now.
This is all his fault. He started the fight and left you behind and ran away. I'm really starting to see what kind of person he is.
Hey.
What do you think will happen to us?
I don't know, but in my experience, the Earthbenders aren't exactly kind to their fallen foes.
Come on, you're the Avatar. Figure it out.
The Firebender said that they would kill us, and then they'd attack the city if I didn't cooperate. The only reason Omashko has been left alone is because of whatever small service I provided them.
You're a traitor.
You know what it means to make hard choices. Your father had to leave your family to go to war, leaving you, just a boy.
My father would have never done what you did.
Different circumstances.
Yeah, exactly. It's always a bad idea to check out rustling.
No one saw that.
Did he
No one
get
heard
barbecued?
that. We're all good. Oh, he's gonna disguise himself?
Yes. Yeah, he's gonna fit right in.
Still beautiful.
Yeah.
100 years ago.
Yeah.
Flashback.
Oh,
With
hey,
his
Boomy.
friend Boomy.
Shaping is hard. What are you talking about? Looks exactly like a sky bison. It's supposed to be a badger mole.
My brother, the Fire Lord, sees things through only one lens. Victory or defeat. Nothing else matters.
Very binary.
Not even the loved ones lost along the way.
That's why Zuko's so hot to catch me? So he can win this war?
He's got there something.
Zuko's victory lies not in winning the war, but in winning his life back.
You could show him this isn't the way. He'll listen to you. He owes you that much.
On the contrary, it is I who owe him far more than I can ever repay.
Flashback? Oh.
No,
I
not
was
yet.
kind of excited.
I'm sorry. The Avatar's lost.
You can get us into the palace.
Not after today. I'm sorry, I can't.
What about the tunnels? The secret tunnels, hidden under the mountain. It's said that the founders of the city used them to meet without anyone knowing.
A fairy tale.
You told me you've seen them.
Oh my God.
Unless that was a lie too.
Shut up, son.
Well, those who go in never come out. If you believe the tales, vengeful spirits guard the passages.
Not just secret tunnels, secret haunted tunnels?
Sounds great.
I love how he
You talk
oscillates.
too much.
Love how he oscillates between being brave and being a wuss.
Your Highness,
That's an interesting chair.
the prisoner you requested.
He is the Avatar, and he's very, very good at rock skipping.
Boomy?
Oh, it didn't take you
Hello,
long,
Aang.
did it?
Oh, they just cut straight to it.
Yeah.
How are you still alive?
It was a
Clean
snort.
living, the right diet. Throw him a feast.
That's accurate.
Yeah.
I was kind of looking forward to their fight.
Hey, it could still come.
I was like, how's this going to play?
It could still come. Oh, yay.
Don't waste it.
That's her weapon.
Yep.
Oh,
Jet,
okay, Jet. Cool your jets.
Betrayed us.
I stopped you from killing innocent people.
Spies, traitors, is that who you wanted to save?
Not everyone out there is the enemy.
If you stand against us, you are.
Worst breakup ever.
You've forgotten what you're fighting for. You told me to remember my mother, and I did. I remembered she never wanted bitterness to fill my heart. That's how I know you've ended up on the wrong side. You're not fighting for anything you love, you're fighting because of hate.
Tell him.
Just like the Firebenders.
I am nothing like the Firebenders.
Walk on, girl.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Don't
dang.
touch her. Do not lay hands on her.
Uncork that bottle.
She will whoop
Boom.
your ass. Hacha! Wow. Dang,
Oh.
Katara leveled up.
Upgraded skills.
Look at the power you have. That's because of me.
That wasn't you.
Shut up.
That was me.
Yeah, that's right. It was you.
That was her grandma. Her grandma gave her the scroll.
And Aang's been helping her train, okay? Jet, you had nothing to do with it. Just stop taking credit where credit is not due.
Short ribs from Kangaroo Island. They practically jump into your mouth.
They look pretty burnt.
The world is on fire. People are dying, and you got to sleep through it all.
All the airbenders were wiped out.
Yeah, that sucks.
Don't you care?
Care? Let me tell you something, Avatar. You may be 100 years old, but you haven't lived for 100 years.
It's true.
Can't make me believe you've lost hope.
Oh, really? Challenge accepted.
Oh, I guess we will get a
Yeah.
fight.
I'm ready for buff Boomy.
Oh my God! I'm so happy these guys are here. They're so irritating in the show.
He's so into it now.
So what are you doing here?
What are we doing here? What are you doing here?
We're doing what we're doing.
Righteous.
If these guys are okay being here, the tunnels probably aren't that bad.
Tunnels. Oh, no, these aren't the tunnels. Those.
He's waddling over.
He's fun. I like him.
Oh, that looks intimidating.
It'll be fine, right?
I want to go in there.
We don't have a choice. We have to find our friend.
Well, in that case, you should probably see this. It's a tale of two lovers. Oma and Shu met on top of the mountain that divided their two villages. The villages were enemies, so they couldn't be together. But their love was strong.
This is nicely animated.
Yeah.
They learned earthbending from the badger moles, becoming the first earthbenders. But one day, Oma didn't come. She'd been killed in an attack. Devastated, Shu wielded her earthbending power to bring the villages to their knees. She could have destroyed them all. But instead, she declared the war over. Both villages helped her build a new city where they would live together in peace.
Huh.
Great city was named Omashi as a monument to their love.
That was nicely done.
Yeah, really nicely done.
Love is brightest in the dark. Remember that. Especially if you're going to go into the dark void from which no living being ever returns.
He's fun.
He's got the attitude of that character down.
Yeah. It's like,
A full complement of earthbenders just for one old man. I'm flattered.
Does he fall off and drop his slipper?
Is there anything I can do to make your journey more comfortable?
I'm fine. Thank you.
whoa, hey, that was uncalled for.
Come on, don't hesitate to speak up. It's a long ride to the pit.
And I've got all the time in the world.
100 years of war put so much hate in your heart. Oh, what'd you get?
I knew he was going to drop something.
It's the lotus.
I can't take it. They changed it. It's supposed to be a flip-flop. Show's over. Uncle.
It
Incoming,
does.
Uncle.
It does stand out against the mud, though. So that was a good choice.
Being in the military, we got special privileges. My brother, though,
Oh no. Okay.
he had a soft heart. He'd gather food and water from his platoon and give them to the children. He was on watch. The night you torched the eastern wall. By the time we put the fires out, there was nothing left of him to bury.
Damn. That's dark.
Yeah.
War pushes us to the edge. Some of us don't like what we find there.
Is that your pitiful way of saying you're sorry for what you did?
I wasn't talking about me.
I feel like in a war, everyone's had loss.
Oh, here we go. This is a
Yep.
flashback.
What a great honor for you and for Lieutenant to die in the service of the Fire Nation. When my studies weren't going well and Father was unhappy, Lieutenant gave me this. He said it should belong to someone destined to do great things. He gave me strength.
I was not ready for this moment. This is highly unexpected.
Lieutenant never needed it because he was the strongest person I knew.
Oh, he's such a sweet boy. Do you need one of these?
I'm a man. I don't need tissues. I cry on the inside. God damn it. Oh. Fuck you. Get out of my way. Fire Nation bad. I'm not supposed to feel this towards them.
Oh, that's not right.
The crystals were just crystals, like I thought.
No, no, no.
No, they were earthbenders. That's why they were able to get through that
Yeah,
part.
exactly.
This shouldn't be here. We were here before, but this wall wasn't.
How is that possible?
Because
It's not.
we're gonna see some badger moles.
The tunnels are changing.
One final game to play, Avatar. The simplest one of all. You versus me.
Are we really doing this?
To the death.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh.
Oh!
Vegetable.
Yep. Can we be friends, please? Yeah, watch out. So proud. Nice. Yes. I love that. I never get tired of seeing that.
Do it.
No.
Do it!
He's better than you. He won't.
We've all seen enough death.
Yes.
Don't turn your back on him. He's gonna strike.
Oh no!
Oh, nice 540, dude.
Katara, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too.
Love you. Oh. This is the way.
They love each other.
Love lights the way.
Love is brightest in the dark. It wasn't about the crystals. That's not what guided Oma and Shu through the mountain.
Oh, that's right, because they can't see.
They sense feelings and react to them. Mostly love. Love is brightest in the dark.
Oh.
Excuse me, Mr. Badgermole. We'd really appreciate if you could show us the way to the palace.
Yeah. There we go.
Woo.
Oh. The whole infrastructure's coming apart.
Yeah, good job, Boomy.
He's over it. He's like, I'm ready to go. Oh, it's like some Peter Parker level stuff.
Oh,
nice.
Are you okay?
Well, kid, you sure know how to bring the house down.
You didn't do it on your own, so you didn't learn anything at all.
You can rely on your friends. That's the only way I'm gonna save the world.
You think like a child.
That's why he'll win.
Yeah.
Remember this? I use it to call a friend. That's what I'm gonna do now. Call on an old friend. You're right. I wasn't here for the world, but I'm here now.
It's an interesting changes they made to Boomy's character.
The Avatar has places he has to be. It's time Mashu rejoined the war. But I do have one more challenge.
Yes.
I was wondering if they were gonna do this. I was like, because they haven't set this up.
Yeah.
I'm so glad they went there.
What are you doing here, Uncle?
Same as you. Getting ready to embark on what is sure to be a memorable journey.
You want to come with me?
I've come fully prepared. All the tea I need.
I don't need a babysitter.
How about a friend?
Ah, shit. It's too emotional for me.
My father made it very clear that I'm not to return until I find the Avatar, which means it could be a very long time before we return home.
That's okay.
Everything I need is on this boat. Like I said, all the tea I need. What is it, Zuko?
Nothing. Let's get you home.
I love this for him.
It was a much better episode.
Wow. Here it is. The heart, the feels. Thank you. Oh my God.
A real strong improvement over episode 3.
They came in like really strong with this, so I'm super happy.
So once again, they've like rearranged things and combined stuff here and there. I wasn't bothered by it in this time. I could see what they were going for and why they were weaving things the way they were and placing it where they were. I'm like, okay, I get what you're doing, showrunners. I'm understanding it.
Works.
It's been a long time since I've watched the episode where they're going through the tunnels.
Yeah.
But I think the love thing was the more traditional love before. I think it might have been Aang and Katara. I can't remember exactly what happened there.
Oh, I don't remember.
But I don't think it was a brotherly sister thing.
I love that though.
I think they basically Disneyfied that, like Maleficent, and then they did that with something Frozen. And so
Right,
it's like,
yeah, that's right.
It's cool. It's fine. It works. You know.
Yeah.
Because you're strengthening the bond between Sokka and Katara there. That's cool. They did a really cool job with that little mini story with the hippies. I like that a lot.
Yes. They were a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I forgot about them until like they showed up and I was like, oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
We had those guys. They were great.
Boomy, they really did a 180 on me with him, and I was like, okay, where is this going? I thought for a second they just cut everything out but they just rearranged it. But they made it where Boomy basically had resentment because he felt abandoned by Aang, and I'm like, that works better for the kind of show they're telling in this Netflix adaptation.
Yes.
Because the way it was in the cartoon was like he was kind of just goofing off, and it's like, I'm just helping you and teaching you these lessons. It's like, okay. And then he just sends him on his way. But there was more of a motivation to everything here that made more sense with the gravity of the situation.
Right. They're really leaning in hard in like the realism of like, what is the reality of being at war? What is the reality of being at war for 100 years, right? How would that change you? And as a leader, Boomy has had to make a lot of choices that are difficult. And yes, I can understand the resentment that he feels towards Aang. But what I really liked as well, and I think this is like just the theme of the show that they're really leaning into hard, hard here is like looking at the world through the eyes of a child and that innocence and that love and that hope of like, yeah, but we can make it better, being compassionate and being kind to each other and showing love. And so that I found that incredibly moving. Also, just how they changed it from romantic love to love between siblings, I really enjoyed as well. That stuff really gets me because like I feel a deep love for my siblings. And so anything that celebrates that, I'm like, yes, more of that, because there are so many different colors to love.
Sure. The effects were on point. I was amazed by them once again.
The badger moles.
The badger mole effects, the things that the earthbenders ride on, the martial arts.
I thought the earthbending looked so cool as well.
The earthbending effects look great. The stuff with Boomy. I was impressed by the sets. It looked like they were actually built sets. I can't tell how much of that is effects. It looks so photoreal. I'm like, yo, if that's CG, if that's just like a green screen they're on, it looks great. I can't, like that. You know what I mean? Like, it feels like they properly built out a whole stage and everything just for that final battle. I'm like, it's like, and it's only used for that one sequence, and then it's done. You pack up and move on to the next thing. I appreciated the nods to the fans of the show, you know, where they were placed, you know, between the rock candy and then Aang, like doing literally out of the show, like doing the thing of jumping over the rock.
Ra 2.0 said as well that the kick that Zuko does to free the chains from Uncle Iroh.
Yeah.
When what type of kick is that called?
Axe kick, I guess.
Yeah, when he did that kick, that's also straight from the cartoon as well.
The emotional weight of the relationship between Zuko and Uncle Iroh it was really good here.
So good.
I was a little bit concerned about it before this episode. I'm like, am I going to feel the same kind of bond? And I was like, they nailed it using the flashbacks to like really root us into, you know, their journey together.
Yeah, and it's definitely happening like a little sooner than in the animation, but I like that.
Well, you got 8 episodes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You've got 8 episodes. Might as well just make sure that the audience is fully aware about that. I really like that we're seeing that side to Zuko, and we've already seen that in the previous episodes, but this one just like really cemented it. And I love that scene, and it was performed so well by Dallas Liu and by Paul Sun-Hyung Lee, because just the juxtaposition of what he said in that scene. He says the thing that he's supposed to say, which is like, you should feel so proud that your son died for the Fire Nation. And then he walks away and you see his face, and like the shift happens so beautifully. He comes back and he shares this like deeply moving story, like very personal story, which is like what you're supposed to do to help someone who's grieving maybe. And it was just like a really sensitive moment. You see that side to Zuko, and you see that duality of like, he's just trying so hard to do what he thinks is right, to follow the values instilled in him by his father and by the Fire Nation, and to like uphold everything that he thinks should be right. But in his heart, he's like, he's not that. And that, like right now, I love him so much.
Dallas Liu killed it. Like you just said, he showed the dichotomy of this character. Twice in the episode, he had to choose Uncle Iroh over the Avatar. The first time was in the prison where he's like, okay, I could, this way is to the Avatar, this way is to Uncle Iroh. He chose Uncle Iroh. And then when they're on the boat, he's got to get Uncle Iroh back to their ship or whatever to like...
So he can seek treatment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he saw the bison fly overhead. He's like, okay, I got to let that go right now, because for all intents and purposes, Pops is in the back.
Yeah.
And he's injured. I got to take him back. You know?
Because he is the father that
father figure
Prince Zuko deserves.
Yeah.
I really loved Paul Sun-Hyung Lee's performance in the last scene as well. He's basically going like, I'm going to go on this adventure with you, and he's saying everything like really upbeat and like, I have everything I need and all of that, and his eyes are tearing up, but he's, you know, trying to hold it back.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, my heart, Uncle Iroh, yes, I love you.
That for me was a very like, this is going to sound strange, but just like, let me walk through this. It was a very Penn and Teller moment for me. Because Penn and Teller are the kind of magicians that will tell you the magic trick they're about to do and then do it and still fool you. And so in that scene, it was telegraphing, right? It's like, I don't need a babysitter. Well, the line is obviously, I need a friend. And then he says it, and I'm like, no, what the hell is that? No, put that back. It felt a thing, and I'm like, no, I'm not ready. What the stop. Just stop it. So yeah, it got me emotionally more than I was anticipating it would.
Well, I think also because like initially you were kind of like, I'm not sure about Uncle Iroh, but now seeing him like this, how do you feel about the casting?
I mean, I've always thought he was a good actor. It's that like I always, when I first was introduced to him, I was like, okay, that's a fine interpretation. It works for the show. It's just that like I really, really love the cartoon version of him, who has a different presence and sound to him and all that stuff. But I like watching the scenes that they had here. I'm like, this is exactly what I thought they were going for. Like, this is why you choose this guy.
Yes.
Because he can hit that emotion, those emotional moments really, really effectively. And it's like, at the end of the day, like, that's what counts. It's like, is it going to get you where it needs to get you?
And I feel like this episode, it very much is like what you said. Like, that's what counts. This is what we come to watch this show for, you know? Like, it's about the relationships. It's about the friendships.
Yeah.
And then like saving the world along the way. It's that, you know, it's that youthful idealism of doing the right thing and everything's going to be all right, you know?
Yeah. Well, I have this weird thing with Avatar: The Last Airbender, which is the cartoon, where every time an episode ends, I almost want to cry because I'm like, I don't want it to be over. It's like it has me laughing along the way and I'm feeling this adventure. And it's like this bittersweet thing because of like the music that they have at the very end. It's never like happy. It's just this sort of like sorrowful happy. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh God, don't go away. Stay a little longer.
Stay with me.
The party's not over. Put some more music on. Like, one of the things I seek with Avatar, an adaptation, is like I want to be touched.
Yeah.
And so like this episode got me. I still don't like Katara.
She's growing on me.
Yeah.
But I do want to see more of that spice.
By the end of this show, I do hope that I like Katara. I'm saying at this stage, with 4 episodes left, I'm not happy with her. Everyone else is, even Boomy, where I was like, that's a little over the top, but I like him. It's a version of Boomy, and I'm like, that works, I suppose. It was fun. And I bought the important parts of what he was doing. There was a resentment there, and that came through. I'm like, okay, cool. That's why you hired that guy. He was able to communicate that to the audience. I'm still like just confused about Katara's casting, and maybe it'll make sense by the end. And I'm sure there's people in the comments, because I haven't seen any comments yet, because we're recording this all at once. I'm sure there's people in the comments who are going to be like, no, I like her as yes, cool that you like her. Cool that you like her if you do. I'm just like, nah, I'm not feeling it yet. What worked for me is Sokka. Like,
Sokka's doing a lot of the heavy lifting, not gonna lie. He's great.
I think that's being nice. I would say Sokka's doing the heavy lifting. Period. That's my dumb little guy on the couch opinion, you know? I don't want to dwell on it. I like this episode quite a bit.
This was great.
Yeah.
It's like really picking up steam now, and it's like just more and more of the things that I really enjoyed about the original series, but in a way that works for the live action and the type of story that they're telling, because it is so much more grounded in a sense of like, you know, war and the repercussions of war and all of that. And while it might not have as much of the whimsy and the goofiness of the animation, it's doing its own thing here, and like I'm enjoying what it's doing.
You guys, thanks so much for hanging. I'm Jabby Kawai. This is
Achara Cook.
Peace out.